Here I am at the Sri Venkateswara temple, and I'm probably destroying that with my American accent. We came here after 5 years of my marriage because my wife and me had to battle the family and tradition. She's the first person in entire history to get married outside of an arranged marriage, so she had to battle her family to fight for this guy. Hopefully after yesterday's video and what I showed you, she doesn't think I'm a degenerate drunk. But we came here after 5 years to celebrate our marriage because her family wanted us to. So it's a cool looking place though. It's a nice, beautiful area. And we're out here in Pittsburgh. And when I get back to the hotel, I'm going to share my next strategies for what's been working for me. I actually miscalculated my day. Today is the longest I haven't had a drink in a row since I skied across Greenland in 2008. And as I said, I wasn't drinking every day, but when I did drink, it wasn't good always. I didn't always go on those 4-day binges, but I would go on, even if it's just one day, I just didn't like it. So we're going to talk a little more about that today. I just wanted to show this cool little place I'm in and celebrating my 5th year anniversary coming up in 2 days. And we're going to find out from my wife if she does think I'm a degenerate drunk or not, or if we're still good. I think we're good, but I'm not sure. We'll see how it goes. Here we are back in the hotel room. Got back from the temple where the family prayed for my wife and me, another 5, 10, another 20 years of happily marriage life. We got back from an interesting Thai restaurant, which was really, really cool. Check out the vibe here. It was just beautiful. It turns out my wife does not think I'm a degenerate drunk, but she does think I'm a little bit of an idiot because I ordered the spiciest food possible. We have a 5-hour drive the next day. So hopefully, my stomach won't have any problems. But if you've gathered anything about me so far, I actually have to do something to learn my lesson. Hence all those bottles you saw yesterday. And I know I'm making light of this whole situation because one of the lessons we're going to talk a little more about down the road is you got to learn to laugh at this. I mean, this was I told you that when I was struggling, I was in a low point, I was just telling my wife that, what is wrong with me? And I used to constantly beat myself up, just hate myself, just think I'm this worthless human being. And until I learned to just play with it, love myself for it, just laugh about it, that's when things started to get really a lot better. So, there's going to be some light moments, but again, I get that this is a very serious issue. And it's hard, it's a hard issue. I mean, I'm still, in fact, last night I didn't sleep at all because I was terrified about the idea of posting that video, showing people, showing that all those bottles, showing people another side of me that I don't think a lot of people know. And that's really scary to admit. Which kind of brings us to the point, the lesson for today is that, the first part in making any change, yesterday we talked about actually having to sort of remove all those inner conflicts so you can really take your life to the next level. But before you can even get there, you have to really admit that there's a problem. For a long time, as I was kind of mentioning, that I didn't see this as a problem. I had managed it in moderation. I was running a successful business, helping people. I mean, I had changed my own life. Like I said, I was at the brink of suicide. I mean, really at a dark place because I was drinking all the time. Like, that was when I was drinking daily, and I said, okay, I can change this. Got out of that, managed to sort of moderate it. And really, I was still training really hard, getting fitter. I mean, I ran a 50-kilometer race. I was running just 50, 60, 70 miles a week, and everything was great in many ways. And only recently did I come to see that this was a problem in the sense that, the truth be told, I could drink once in a while, and I could binge drink once or twice a week, and maybe I'd be okay. But I didn't see it that way. I truly thought, this was a problem because I saw myself in a different light. I didn't want to be that person. And so only when you start seeing it as a problem can you then start doing something. And the truth is, many people do not. I know many people, obviously I'm not going to name names, who drink a lot and they don't see it as a problem yet. And I know people who go out regularly, they smoke marijuana, they do, even some people do cocaine, harder stuff, and they think, okay, it's okay once in a while. And really, there's no judgment about it. It's not for me to say whether it's a problem. You have to see it for yourself. There's no line. There's different definitions of what qualifies as too much drinking, whether it's 2 a day or 3 a day, whatever it may be. But, you have to decide. Use your self-awareness. If that person you want to be, and this is really conflicting with that, as it was for me, then you might think it might be a problem, and then we got to take the next steps. But if you just don't think, then so be it. There's many people, including a lot of my family, who do it. My friends, almost everybody I know, do it in moderation, and they're thriving. Good for them. That's awesome. I wish I could, but I can't. So I just cannot. My addictive, crazy personality needs to do something all out, and so that's what I just had to remove the conflict. So only when I started to see this problem was I able to remove it and then remove that inner conflict, and here we are. So, as terrifying as it was, again, and it continues to be terrifying to share all this stuff, I still don't know how the world's going to judge me. Those people who I've worked with, those friends, their family, I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of judgment. But again, I hope for those of you who might be watching this thinking, wow, I never saw this coming, that, don't judge me. I hope, not too much at least, that it continues to be scary, share this whole thing with the world and put this out there. But I really hope it helps, and we're going to share daily tips that are working. Like I said, so far we've really talked about really admitting it's a problem. For me, again, that took a while, even though I was doing it only once in 2 weeks maybe, but I just didn't like that when I was doing it that once in 2 weeks, it was more than I cared to do it, and it just was holding me back from taking my life to that 100-mile level and that 7-figure level, all in every way, really, financially, spiritually, physically. And that's out the window now. So next steps, tomorrow we're going to talk about what Fearvana really is, because I know we've said, this is the Fearvana channel, but it's a new word. Most people are thinking, what is that? So tomorrow we're going to talk a little about that and why Fearvana is literally the answer to especially addiction, but anything, to fear, to stress, and really any of these problems, for PTSD, trauma. I was a veteran, struggled with some stuff, and when I came back, not that I have PTSD or any of that stuff, we're going to talk more about that again, but we're going to talk about Fearvana and how it can help. For now, just take a look inside yourself, see whether this might be a problem for you. If not, cool, and if it is, join me in this journey. Either way, I think we're going to have a lot to learn on this together. Subscribe to the Fearvana channel, and if you find this valuable, and we're going to keep at this. We're going to show you new places. Join me on this journey as we go from, that person who I didn't like to be to sobriety and beyond. See you tomorrow.